Welcome to the video. Today we're looking at Galileo Galilei, who is widely regarded as one of the greatest scientists of all time. Galileo Galilei was born in Pisa, Italy on February 15, 1564. He was an Italian astronomer, physicist, and mathematician. He was one of the most influential scientists of the early modern period, known for his contributions to physics, astronomy, and mathematics. His work revolutionized our understanding of the universe and paved the way for future scientific discoveries. Some of Galileo's most significant contributions to science include his observations of the moon, stars, and planets, his development of the telescope, and his theories on motion and mechanics. Galileo's discoveries of the moons of Jupiter provided evidence for the Copernican system of a heliocentric solar system and challenged the Ptolemaic system of an Earth-centered universe. In 1633, Galileo was tried and convicted of heresy by the Inquisition for his beliefs and was placed under house arrest for the rest of his life. Galileo's work on the study of light and its refraction through lenses helped to develop the concept of telescopes. Galileo discovered the Galilean moons of Jupiter, which are now named after him: Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. Using his telescope, he was able to observe the lunar terminator, the line dividing the illuminated and dark portions of the moon, which helped to establish the idea of the moon's topography and its influence on Earth's tides. He also made important contributions to the study of the dynamics of planetary orbits, including the development of the concept of orbital resonance and its implications for the stability of planetary systems. He also made important contributions to the study of the Earth's magnetic field. He was the first to observe and study the phenomenon of the zodiacal light, a faint glow in the sky caused by sunlight reflecting off dust particles in the solar system. He discovered that Saturn had ears or protrusions on either side of its disk, which turned out to be the planet's rings. He was the first to observe and study the phenomenon of the phases of Venus, which helped to confirm the heliocentric model of the solar system. He also made significant contributions to the study of the structure and behavior of the Milky Way, including the observation and description of its shape and the distribution of stars within it. Galileo's work on the study of comets helped to establish the concept of these celestial objects as icy bodies that periodically enter the inner solar system. He was the first to observe and study the phenomenon of the phases of Saturn, which helped to establish the idea of the planet's complex system of rings and their behavior over time. He also made important contributions to the study of the structure and formation of the solar system, including the development of the idea that the planets formed from a primordial cloud of gas and dust. Galileo was the first person to discover and study the asteroid belt, although he mistook the asteroids for stars. He was the first to describe the phenomenon of the Milky Way as a vast collection of stars and nebulae, rather than a hazy atmospheric effect. Galileo's observations of the Pleiades star cluster helped to establish the concept of stellar parallax. He was one of the first scientists to use a telescope to study the sun, and he made important observations of sunspots and solar flares. He also made important contributions to the study of the formation and evolution of stars, including the observation and description of various stages in the life cycle of stars. He observed and studied sunspots, which led him to conclude that the sun rotated on its axis. Galileo's work on the behavior of pendulums and their applications in measuring time helped to establish the concept of timekeeping and its importance in astronomical observations. Galileo's observations of Jupiter and its four largest moons, which he named the Medicean stars, helped to establish the idea of multiple celestial bodies in orbit around a central object. He also observed and studied the phenomenon of the Aurora borealis. Galileo's observations of the planet Uranus were among the earliest recorded sightings of the planet, although he mistook it for a star. Galileo was the first person to observe the transit of Venus across the face of the sun. Galileo's theories on motion and mechanics were also groundbreaking. Galileo's work on the properties of pendulums, the properties of light, the study of optics, the measurement of angles and distances. These helped establish the concepts of fluid dynamics, spectroscopy, focal points lenses, harmonic motion, the study of the acceleration of falling objects, the laws of motion, momentum, the principle of inertia, the finite speed of light, triangulation. Galileo's legacy shows of the power of observation, experimentation, and the pursuit of knowledge. Thank you for watching. Neutron stars next.